headphones on. You can't hear anything but this. Can you hear me? All right. Shoot. Okay, welcome everybody watching on YouTube. Hopefully it looks and sounds good for the people watching out there. Chat is open, so please let Kim and me know how it looks, how it sounds. I can turn up the volume on my microphone if I need to. Kim's doing the camera. Thank you, Kim. Looks like Hardy's going to get the start between the pipes. They've been trading games this homestand. Hardy started the first game on Friday. Eli Samard got the start yesterday, and so stands to figure that Hardy would get the start today. If you've been watching, you'll know that we've lost both of the games that we've played against Lincoln so far. Unfortunately, the first game was really close, went to a shootout. Second game yesterday, not so close. We lost 6-2. 20-minute periods. So here we go, start of the third and final game of this series against the team from Lincoln, Nebraska. The only player not in the lineup today is number 15, Sully Wilmot. He, I guess, was suspended. That's probably why he's not in the lineup. I know he got sent off the ice for a fight with a Lincoln player. I would hope that that player for Lincoln is not in the lineup either. I didn't get the number, so I don't know. All right, so we are just underway. See if we can get a good start here. Braden Ryer takes the face-off, controlled by Lincoln. Lincoln sends it behind the net. Checked there by Lentz. Lincoln controlling on the boards. Big hit there by Lentz. Sends that player from Lincoln down to the ice, and now controlled by Ryer. Ryer goes right into the crease. Dangerous pass. But Lentz cleans it up, and Trychek tries to get it out. Does, but barely. Lincoln needs to tag up, and Trychek takes it away. Trychek into the zone. They're going to be they didn't call offsides, okay, because Lincoln got control. Comes out to the neutral zone. Lincoln on a change. Our forwards skate off too. At least two of the three skate off. Trychek is still out there. He sees the opportunity and skates for the bench. So fresh skaters on the ice for Okanagan. Taken away by Sleaze. Goes up to Conroy. Conroy dumps it in. Chasing is Dormus. Held in by McElmoyle's shot. Goes wide, and Conroy had a stab at that. McElmoyle cuts off the lead pass. Beautiful defense from that young man. McElmoyle, can't say enough good things about him. Every game he comes and shows up. I'm a chartered member of his fan club for sure. Here we go, Okanagan into the zone. Here comes Conroy, he's gonna have a chance. Shoots it. Good save by the Lincoln goalie. 18:20 left in the first period. Keenan comes out with Charlie Cronin and McGovern. Sanchez tries to send it down low. Comes out of the zone, and then Cronin puts it right back down. Okanagan has to tag up. They have. Back on the far side comes Lincoln. Pass out to the point. Broken up there by McGovern. McGovern looking for the breakaway. He's got it. Oh, just under Charlie's stick. We need a good start here. And there's an icing on Lincoln. So I'm sure every Okanagan player has on their mind that we've lost twice in a row to this team, a team we can definitely beat. Jackson's line comes out. Jackson, Schiller, Green, Sanchez, Lentz on the back end. They'd like to redeem at least some respect here and take at least one of the three from these guys. There's a pass right into traffic by Green. Not much of a chance there. Then Green lays a lick on that player against the boards. Outlet pass, too hot for Green to handle. Gets into the zone. Linesman is saying offside, so we've got to tag up. We do, and then sent down low. Hardy's going to play this over to Sanchez. Sanchez up the boards towards Green. Tapped in by Green. Not enough for icing. Jackson Siegel digging for the puck. Jackson can't get it. Lincoln sends it up the boards, but broken up by Austin. Austin goes D to House. House up to Green. finds Green, but the pass gets through him. And now Green with it again. Now Schiller, Jackson's calling for the puck. Couldn't get it to him. That one goes all the way up and out. That's going to be icing. Good shift by the trio of Schiller, Siegel, and Green. They are now on the bench. Tricek, Vasiliev, and Ryer. Ryer with 2 goals in the first game. Okanagan's captain takes the face-off. 1. Austin from way downtown decides to pass it over to Vasiliev. Vasiliev stick handling. Sends it down low, but nobody there. Excuse me. Tricek arrives, but now Lincoln breaks out of the zone. Austin up to Vasiliev, back to Austin. Up the boards to Tricek. Ryer is cut off. That could have been interference. No call. Tricek can't disrupt that play, and Lincoln out of the zone. Good no call there. That player went down as Ryer was checking him. Just blew a tire, no tripping. Vasiliev, good pass over to Tricek. Tricek down the far side. Taken away. And Lincoln regroups. Into the neutral zone across the red line. Dump down low. Hardy falls down, but not after stopping it. Sleaze. There's a shot. Cradled by Hardy. And then settled and holds on for the whistle. Ryer, Sleaze, Dormus are going to stay out there. McAmoyle and Lentz are defenders. One key to this game, I think, is to keep Lincoln off the power play. You've got to stay out of the box. Dormus passed too far in front of him from McAmoyle. Kept in the zone, though, behind the net. Lincoln player reversing. McAmoyle activates, holds it in momentarily, and now the breakout for Lincoln. That player tries to go around and blows a tire, fortunately for Okanagan. Good break up there by McAmoyle. Sends it up to Conroy. Conroy's pass partially deflected over to Sleaze, so it was behind him. Lincoln back into the Okanagan zone. House is there. Puts an elbow into that player. House still battling for the puck along the boards. Outlet pass. There's a shot. Hits somebody in front and goes high into the netting and sits there. Puck never came down. It's just sitting above Kellen Hardy in the netting. All right, so no score here. 14:27 left in the first period. A couple chances for each team. Pretty even hockey so far. Face-off controlled by Lincoln, and they shoot it right off the face-off. That's what they do. They put pucks on net for sure. Something I'm definitely in favor of. Sometimes Okanagan does it well, sometimes seems not so well. Hopefully in this game we take our opportunities. That one's blocked down by McGovern. Good job. And then he sent it down low. And then covered up by the goalie. Good smart play there. Just put it on net and force the goalie to cover it up for a face-off in their zone. And we're going to get a change here. Actually, we're not. We're going to stick with the same skaters on the ice. Keenan Butson's going to take this face-off. Charlie Cronin to his right. McGovern to his left. Austin Lentz, our defenders. Face-off won by Lincoln. Held in nicely by Keenan. Then McGovern jumps for it. Can't catch that. McGovern tried to hold it in. Butson, good back check. McGovern turns. Outlet pass to Charlie Cronin. He'll have an opportunity if he hurries. Wasn't able to get much speed though. Puck taken away from him. Lincoln's back in our zone. Lincoln, shot, kick save by Hardy. With that left pad. Lincoln sends it down low. Rubbed off the puck by Lentz. Lentz tries to find McGovern off of his stick and then sent right back down by Lincoln. Puck dribbles are all along the boards. Who's going to be the first one there? It's Lincoln. Outlet pass broken up by Charlie Cronin, and then Charlie, he's got to skate off for a change, end of his shift, and Green is already out. Jackson is on the ice, as well as Schiller. Lincoln exits the zone. Cross ice pass, there's a shot. Goes wide off the end boards. Green digging. Here comes Lincoln. There's another shot blocked by McAmoyle. Picked up by Schiller. Green. McAmoyle kicks it out of the zone with his skate. Here comes Schiller. He's got Jackson, drops it for him. Jackson lost the puck, shot it, and now Sanchez sends it over to Vasiliev, but way too far in front of him. Vasiliev's gonna have an opportunity, shoots it, rebound. Puck is loose, but corralled by Lincoln. Sent up, out of the zone, not enough for icing. Nice job by Green, Siegel, and Schiller there. Now it's gonna be an icing on Okanagan. Best opportunity of the game right there for Okanagan. Still 0-0. 11:49 left. First period. So far so good. Like what I'm seeing here. Okanagan is doing a good job of taking care of the puck in their own zone, not letting too much happen down low. A lot of the goals that Lincoln scored the last two games were passes to players wide open right in the crease. And we haven't allowed that to happen yet this game. House, I'm sure, had the opportunity to look at some film and talk to the boys and strategize a bit here for this last game. There's a shot right in front by number 86. He's their captain and scores most of their goals, I think. Catch the clock up here. 11:09 to go. First period. Still no score. Ryer's going to take the face off. Controlled by Lentz. Lentz feeds it around for McAmoyle, but behind him. There's a shot saved by Hardy. Right in his midsection. Not too hard for him to do. Good outlet pass to Ryer, but he wasn't able to hold on, and it goes right back to Lincoln. All right, so we need fundamentals here. Catching passes, good accurate passes, good zone exits. No icing there. Touched somebody on his way in. Oh, big hit by McAmoyle. Sends a player down to the ice. That player is not getting up very quickly. He's feeling the pain after McAmoyle just leveled him. McAmoyle, a big kid. I think our largest skater. I'm sure Eli Samard is taller and probably heavier. Would not want McAmoyle crashing into me like that. Big Mac. There's one, didn't get through, hit some bodies in front. There's a shot, goes wide. Okanagan in a little bit of trouble here. A few opportunities in a row for Lincoln. We've got to get the puck out of the zone here. And they got to change. And that's gloved down by Hardy. Good save. Shift changes here on the whistle for both teams. Face-off is going to come deep in the Okanagan zone to Hardy's left. Keenan Butson's going to take it. Butson, Cronin, McGovern, this line has been together the last 3 games. Charlie Cronin, good outlet pass over to McGovern. McGovern down the far side, 2-on-1. If we hurry, gets it over to Charlie. Charlie, I think his stick was lifted from behind him. He just kind of let the puck go, hoping to get it back again. There's Keenan Butson, point blank range from between the circles, but put it right into the midsection of the goalie. Best opportunity for Okanagan so far this game. Beautiful work there, as these 3 have done all weekend. Butson, McGovern, Cronin, creating great opportunities offensively for Okanagan. That was textbook. Charlie Cronin on the near boards, comes away with it. Charlie had McGovern coming down the middle, but checked by a Lincoln player. Comes around to McGovern, gets it up to Sanchez. Sanchez puts it on net, little dribbling shot, and then McGovern shoots it just wide. Didn't get much on that shot though. Keenan doing battle in the corner along with McGovern. Cronin waiting, hoping the puck comes to him. Comes out, but Lincoln fishes it out. And then kept in by Keenan. Keenan looking what to do. Right down the middle, nobody there. Sanchez, shot! That one goes just wide. McGovern shoots it. High save, and then pinned up against the boards. Whew. Wow. Wow. Boy, those 3 are going to score this game if they keep playing that way. Maybe a couple. 8:35 left in the first period. Siegel, Schiller, and Green come out. Schiller. Lincoln wins the face-off. They come out of the zone. McAmoyle sends another player down to the ice and breaks that player's stick. Well, whose stick was that? Not sure. I don't see anybody without a stick. I think it was McAmoyle. He skates off. Jackson tries to shovel it to Green. Didn't get through, and now Lentz, picked up by Lincoln, goes off of a shin. Now controlled by Jackson Siegel. Jackson down the near side. Gets it over to Green. Nice pass down the middle. Held in by House. House sends it on net. Easy save though. Kept in. Green with it. Green pushed off the puck. Jackson Siegel's got to let it go out and sends it down low. We're going to get a change here. Schiller is still on. He's got to get off the ice. That one comes dribbling towards Hardy. Covers up. All right, so I like what I'm seeing in the last 3 or 4 minutes from Okanagan. That's how we got to play. All right, play resumes here. There's a shot. Easy cover up there by Hardy. Still no score, 7:32 to go in the first period. We've had a lot of broken sticks in the last 3 days. Fortunately, our son's lumber has stayed intact. Outlet pass to Ryer. Ryer kicks it to himself. Ryer, shot! Oh, just high. Oy. Oh, Ryer. Beautiful opportunity there. Here comes Lincoln into the zone. They send it to the near side. Shot steered aside easily by Hardy and up into the netting. So a little 2-on-1 there for Ryer, and he came down the near side and just missed putting it into the top corner just under the crossbar. Ryer a bit snake bit until he got those 2 goals in the first game. Always working hard, that young man. Okanagan's captain. He's a captain for a reason. McAmoyle keeps that in. Okanagan's got to tag up. There's Ryer flying in. There's a shot. Nice block there by House. House hobbled a bit by that, favoring that left knee or ankle or shin. Goes back to the bench on his own power, but really on one leg. He stays in though. No, I think he's gonna go off. Okay, hopefully he's back for his next shift. These boys are tough. Oh, so we've got our first penalty of the game. I'm not sure who went into the box because I was focusing on House. I'm not sure for what, but Lincoln is on the power play. There's a shot. Down low, there's a shot. Misses, fortunately for Okanagan. And then there's a clear all the way down the ice. Nice job. So I'm trying to see who's in the penalty box. You know who went in there, Kim? Hard for me to see. Might be Austin. Is that a number 9 on his shoulder? There's a shot. Good save by Hardy. You know who's in the box? No? Okay. Neither of us knows who's in the box. The mystery player for Okanagan. 1:21 left in the power play for Lincoln. Lincoln controlling. Captain has it. Out to number 25. There's a shot. Misses. Puck is loose at Hardy's feet and fortunately covers up. Just over a minute now. Minute 8 left in this power play. Same 4 penalty killers are going to stay out there for Okanagan. Lentz, Butson, Austin, and Cronin. So it's not Austin in the box because he's out there. Is it Schiller in the box? When he leaves the box, I'll tell you. No. Lincoln into the corner. Lentz. Lincoln still controlling. Okanagan needs another clear. Here's a shot. Nice block there by Keenan Butson. Keenan drops his stick. Not sure if that's because it's broken. Hopefully not. Fresh penalty killers on the ice for Okanagan. Good stick there by Jackson, unable to keep it, get it out of the zone though. Penalty winding down, there's a shot, good kick save by Hardy. Good check there by Sanchez. We're up in the box. 2 seconds. 1 penalty now over. It was McElroy in the box, number 55. I did see a 5. Okay. So Okanagan gets out of the danger zone there. Okay, now we need to stay out of the box. One of the keys to the game, I said, as the game started, and we've given them 1 power play. Let that be the last. So still no score here, 0-0. Just over 4 minutes to play in the first period here against Lincoln. 3rd and final game of this 3-game homestand against this team. McGovern pushes into that player, sends him down to the ice. Love the physicality here from Okanagan, as long as it's clean. And you can always count on that from McGovern. He loves to play the body. Here comes Lincoln. That goes wide. We're going to have another penalty here. Cross check. Who is that on? It's McGovern. Yikes. Okay, maybe I jinxed us a bit here. All my talk of staying out of the box, and we're marching right into the box. Oh boy. So as I was saying, love the physical play. McGovern always brings it, but we can't do something physically that's going to put us in the box. All right, so another challenge here for Okanagan. Lincoln keeps it in the zone just barely. Here comes number 86. Shot. Save. Puck is loose in front and then again covered up. Now we've got some players wrestling. It's Trycheck. Trycheck and Lentz. 2 players thrown out yesterday for fighting. We don't need any more of that. It looks like Trycheck is going to go off along with number 10 from Lincoln. Both of them are going to sit down. At least they're not skating to the locker rooms. It was just a bit of a wrestling match. In yesterday's game where Sully got kicked out and is suspended for this game, he and that Lincoln player really went down to the ice and gloves were taken off and they were throwing blows. So that did not happen here, fortunately. A little bit of a question whether Jackson Siegel was going to play in today's game, because in that skirmish where Sully got thrown out, the referees at the end of a long discussion sent Jackson Siegel off the ice too. Not sure for what. I was talking to him last night. He didn't know what he was sent off the ice for. Apparently he never had a discussion with Coach House to try to figure out why he was sent off the ice, or maybe he did and he just didn't tell me. I don't know. All right, so 1:47 left in the power play here for Lincoln. Second power play of the first period for them. Hardy pushes to his right to get back. That player didn't shoot, and another stick explodes. And that one's cleared all the way down. Number 86 shot it, and his stick exploded into 2 pieces. So a nice clear there for Okanagan. That's what we need. See if we can do it again. Jackson, get back. Telling my son to get back, and now he's going to take the puck. Jackson Siegel by himself shoots it. That one goes wide. Comes all the way down to Sanchez. See if we can get another clear. Jackson tags up. All right. That's good news here. He's going to skate off. 4 fresh bodies on the ice for Okanagan. 45 seconds and counting on the power play for Lincoln. Good PK so far for Okanagan. Oh, Sleaze almost had that one. Would have been all alone with the goalie. A shorty would be just what the doctor ordered here. Battle in the near corner. Conroy sends it around to Sanchez. Can he clear it? Sends it off the boards, and yes. That player for Lincoln had a good chance to hold it in, but he doesn't. Sleaze pins that player up against the boards. Nice job by Sleaze, wasting more time. Precious seconds are clicking off of the clock on this power play for Lincoln. 9 seconds now. Nice job by Keenan Budson. Just under 2 minutes left to play in the first period. Now the power play is over. McGovern's out of the box. No more players in the box, please. Whew. So twice now, Okanagan has dodged a bullet. Giving this team a power play is not what we want to do. Mistakes happen though. Sometimes you can't prevent a penalty if you inadvertently trip somebody. But the cross checks of the world we can prevent. .124 left in the first period. We get ice makes these last few games between both the first and second and third period, so we can expect about a 15-minute break once this period is over. Puck comes over to Lentz, cross ice to House. House uses his legs, sends it up towards Schiller. Schiller had it, but 2 men were right on him, and now Green Lincoln breaks out of their zone into the Okanagan zone. That one tipped in front. 2 shots stopped by Hardy. And then House gives it right to his. Now we've got a fight breaking out. Come on, boys. I'm giving away my biases. Obviously, I'm not a fan of this. After the play stuff. Referee's got his arm up. Someone's going off. I believe it's House. And possibly number 44. Nope, House is skating to the bench. So Schiller is going off the ice. He was just kicked out of the game. 44 is going into the box. I like the referees controlling the game and dishing out consequences for stuff like that, but it should be even-handed. Schiller went off, so he's at least out for the rest of this period. Referee having a discussion with the scorekeeper. Coach House having a discussion with one of the linesmen. Lincoln coach saying something to his players. Okanagan has played a good first period. When you play the same team 3 days in a row, rivalries build up pretty quickly, and these two teams, after all this play, don't like each other, that's for sure. No love lost, as they say. Some dramatic sellies in front of the opposing parents from both teams. Players, number 86, who scored the winning goal in the shootout in the first game, skated right over to all the Okanagan parents and nodded his head and put his hand up to his ear, saying, "Let's hear you now." And then Jackson Siegel, in retaliation, did the exact same thing when he scored at the beginning of yesterday's game. And then you have players getting thrown out, players fighting. All right, so 59 seconds left. Okanagan is shorthanded. So we got the short end of the stick in that skirmish. So that's going to be a 5-minute power play, 5-minute major here for Lincoln. Oh boy, I better just not comment on that. Well, there's a clear. Nice job by our PK unit. Try check. And then nice stick there by Ryer. But Lincoln into the zone, goes around a player. There's a shot. Hardy got a piece of that with his shoulder. Beautiful save by Kellen Hardy. Yep, so the penalty clock says 4 minutes and 21 seconds left on the major penalty, I believe, to Schiller for fighting. And then probably roughing penalties for both House and the player number 44 for Lincoln, who's in the box. All right, so that's going to pretty much do it for the first period. There's the buzzer. All right, so fortunately for Okanagan, after one period of play, there is no score. However, there's going to be a 4-minute major power play for Lincoln when we come back to start the second period. And they're going to have the whole intermission to think about what they'd like to do with this 4 minutes. So will we. So the good news, no score. Bad news, we've now given, with these 4 minutes and then 2 minors in the first period, 8 minutes of power play time to Lincoln. All right, so we're going to go to our intermission screen, and we'll be back in about 15 minutes. Okay, here we go with the start of the second period. Still no score. First 4 minutes, 4 minutes and 1 second of this second period. We are going to be on the PK. After a 5-minute major fighting penalty for Sam Schiller. So another bullet for us to dodge here. Keenan Butson wins the faceoff, comes back to McAmoyle, sends it down deep. So Lentz, McAmoyle, Cronin, and Butson are our PK unit. Got 4 minutes to kill. Hopefully we can do it. And remember, because it's a major penalty, the puck does not, or the clock does not stop. What am I trying to say? The penalty will not go away after a goal. So they can score as many times as they want in the next 4 minutes. And we will not get our player out of the box. That's the difference between a major and a minor penalty. All right, so we did get a clear. That's awesome. And now Lincoln went into the zone, offsides. All right, so far so good. 3 minutes and 17 seconds left in the power play for Lincoln. New PK unit on. Tri-check, Ryer, Sanchez, and House. Nice job there by Ryer, standing that player up at the blue line. And now they dump in. House, first one there. House backhands it towards Sanchez. Sanchez reaches but doesn't get it. And Lincoln controls. Lincoln getting set up. That one tipped in front, sails high, hard against the glass. Kept in play though by Lincoln. Lincoln just passing it back and forth, looking for an opening. There's another shot. That one goes wide, but not out of the zone. I thought maybe it'd have enough momentum to get out. Does not. Can we clear it? No, Sanchez had a play on that puck, but did not get it out of the zone. Oh boy, we've got to clear when we get the chance. Lincoln holds it in just barely inside the blue line. And that one's going to get out. No, it doesn't. Yikes. Oh, now it's taken away by Tri-check, but he doesn't clear it deep. Oh my gosh, when you have the opportunity, you got to get it deep. So that barely came out of the zone. And that one we get deep. Good, and Ryer's going to chase it. Nice job there by Ryer. 2 minutes exactly left in this power play. Fresh skaters on the ice for Okanagan. Lincoln into the zone. Errant pass. Fortunately, Sleaze gets it out, but not deep. Lincoln into the zone cleanly. Shovel it forward. There's a shot. Good save by Hardy. Hardy playing so well. Keeping it out of the back of the net. 1:43 left in the Lincoln power play. Lincoln controlling the puck. There's a shot. That goes wide. Not sure if Hardy got a piece of it. And that one's going to get cleared all the way down. That's the kind of clear we want to see. Same force day out there for Okanagan. Conroy, Sleaze, McAmoyle, and Austin. Austin's got it. Backhands it up and out of the zone. Beautiful. Just over a minute left in the PK. Hold on a little longer, boys. Good defense there by Conroy. There's a shot. Glove down by Hardy. Beautiful. 55 seconds left in the power play now. Sanchez, Butson, Cronin, and one other player, Lentz, on the ice for Okanagan. Slap shot right into the shin guards of Keenan, and he scoops it up. That had to hurt, and he's into the zone. That's one tough customer. because that Lincoln player got all of that shot, and it went right into Keenan's shin guards. There's padding there, of course, but not a ton. 30 seconds left in the power play. Come on, boys. McGovern is in the box. 15 seconds left. There's a shot. Blockered to the side. Cronin sees it. Throws his stick out there. Can't get it, though. That pass, fortunately, behind the player. Lincoln. Another block on the shin guards of Keenan Butson. That one hobbled him, though, and he's limping. Keenan twice blocking big-time shots from way downtown. Penalty is now over. Vasiliev trying to get around a player. There's going to be a penalty. Yes. Vasiliev, as he often does, aggressive play causes the other team to take a penalty. So now we're going on the power play. So huge for Okanagan to kill the rest of that major penalty. And now we're going on the power play. This could be a big turning point in the game if we can score here. 15:44 left in the second period. Hopefully that puts some wind under the wings of our boys out there. Ryer's going to take the face off. Ryer. Puck was at his skates and he couldn't locate it, and Lincoln is able to clear. Hardy stops it behind his net for Tricek. Tricek collects. Tricek, Vasiliev, Ryer, Cronin, and Butson on this power play. Ryer into the zone, goes around a player. Loses the puck, though, goes into the corner, shovels it over towards Cronin, and that one sent down and out by Lincoln. So Okanagan needs to get set up here. Ryer can't handle that pass, or I don't know if he couldn't handle it or he just leaves it for Butson. Here comes Keenan with speed into the zone. Keenan by himself. Patience, gets it up to Tricek. There we go. Beautiful entry, beautiful pass. Vasiliev gets it down low to Butson, puts it right out in front. Oh, that one just went wide. Vasiliev had a poke at it. Terrific opportunity there created by Butson, but nothing to show for it. Do that again, boys. 50 seconds left in the man advantage. Tricek into the zone, wraps it around all the way towards Conroy, and he couldn't handle that pass and stays in the zone, though. Good work along the blue line by Vasiliev, but then Lincoln clears it. Tricek. Sleaze just off the bench. Gets it poked off of his stick and all the way down. So Lincoln standing us up at the blue line and then just clearing it. 17 seconds left in the man advantage for Okanagan. One more opportunity down the ice if we can hurry. Sleaze with it. Sleaze into the zone behind the net. Thought about dropping it, but then cut off by Lincoln. That's going to do it for the power play. It's now over. Lincoln player is out of the box. All right, that's all right. We'll get another opportunity here. Conroy lost control of the puck and then blocked that entry pass, but Lincoln is into the zone and then gloved by Hardy. Another active glove play by Kellen Hardy between the pipes. He's playing a great game. 13:28 left to go in the second period. Still no score. Conroy is going to take the face-off. So I do not believe that Sam Schiller is on the bench. So I think he was thrown out for the rest of the game. So we are down 2 forwards at this point. Both thrown out for fighting. Nice outlet pass there to Dormus. Dormus chips and chases. Wrapped around the boards. Dormus tried to go to the point. Blocked off by Lincoln and then collected by Conroy. Conroy tried to get it through a player. That pass blocked and then sent down behind Hardy. Hooks it for Lentz. Lentz behind his own net. Cut off by a Lincoln player. Quicker decision making needed there. Conroy behind the net. Lincoln. They have it. From way downtown, that one hit somebody in front and went wide. Lentz misses his check. Sent right into the blue paint, easily covered up by Hardy. .12:37 to go in the second period, still no score. Teams at even strength. Taken by Butson, won by Lincoln. Skirts wide. Cronin, first one there. Tries to get it up to Jackson, coming down the near side, but then cut off by Lincoln. Now Austin with it, jumping around. Can't settle that one down, sends it all the way down. Jackson, going to be the first one there. Jackson Siegel behind the net, gets right out to Keenan Butson, 2 scores! Oh, beautiful play behind the net by Jackson Siegel. Got it right to Keenan Butson in the slot, puts it home. Woo! Oh, yes, yes. Beautiful aggressive play by Jackson caused that, and Keenan Butson didn't waste any time. Capitalized on that opportunity. Yes. Woo! All right. .12:14 left in the first period, 1-0 Okanagan. Oh my God, I'm thrilled. Okay, now we've got our work cut out for us. Better believe Lincoln is going to come with everything. A lot of game to play though. Still more than half the game to play. Lincoln controlling. There's a shot through traffic, but it went wide. Vasiliev is going to be the first one there, but kept in by Lincoln. McAmoyle pins a player against the boards. Lincoln sends it right down low. Lincoln with a relentless forecheck. And now Ryer with it. Use your legs, use your legs. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful. Hounded from behind. Could have been cross check. Stick in the hands of Ryer. He's holding his hand. I think maybe he got hit hard. The glove can protect your hand, but not all of it. And Ryer with it, shovels it towards Vasiliev. Vasiliev taking up space. Vasiliev aggressively into the zone, but then poked away from him. Back comes Lincoln. Thought there was a 2-on-1 brewing, but Okanagan collected themselves and kept that from happening. There's a shot. Knocked down in front by Austin, and then he goes down. House stops, collects, taken away from behind. House with it again. Oh, and then right into the slot. Oh boy, dangerous play. House and another player sticking back and forth. Actually, that was Ellis. House, good defense there, getting in the way, and then a shot. Right in the slot, backhand goes high. Puck right into the slot. McGovern sends it off the glass, clears it, and then picked up here by Green. Green all alone, Green shoots! Kick save by the Lincoln goalie. Oh boy, great opportunity, and then Green takes a swipe at a Lincoln player behind the play. And that's gonna be offsides. Green and that player are pushing and shoving. All right. I got so excited there I forgot to start the clock, so let me get the clock right here. 10:08 to go in the first period. You know, I gotta say the referees are doing a good job of keeping a lid on things here. This could get out of control in a hurry with all the bad feelings that have been built up over 2.5 games between these two teams. My feeling is that the refs should always just be very strict. Play hockey. Physicality is part of the game for sure, but not the fighting. NHL, yes. Here, no. Nice play by Green. Green with it on the far side. Reverse check. And then Green goes down. No penalties called there. Sent down to the ice, okay. Back comes Lincoln. Lincoln trying desperately to even out the score. Hopefully they can't. Big check by Lentz. Sent the player hard into the boards. There's a shot. Goes in! So number 10 for Lincoln redirected the puck right in front of Hardy. Nothing he could do about that, and it goes 5-hole. He was just planted right in the blue paint, redirected the shot, and it went between the skates of Kellen Hardy. So it's now all tied up at 1-1. Conroy, Sleaze, Dormus on the ice. McAmoyle in house. Back on defense. Comes back to McAmoyle. McAmoyle shoved over the boards. Not very hard, but gets a big reaction from the bench of Lincoln. Just kind of pushed over the boards a little bit, and his momentum took him over. He's such a tall guy that the boards kind of hit him sort of below his butt area, so he just fell over. So let's see how Okanagan responds here. Conroy skating around, shoots it, puts it right on net. There's a rebound right there. Sleaze shoots it. Hit number 91 in front though, unfortunately. McAmoyle pinching. Not enough to keep it in though. Bouncing puck goes right by the Lincoln goalie. And then a big hit in the corner by Sleaze. And then a breakaway. No one's going to catch this guy. Number 86 shoots it. Nice save there by Hardy. Sends him into the corner. Beautiful job. Number 86 goes hard. He's their captain. Beautiful save by Hardy. Woo! Nothing's beating Kellen Hardy today unless it's redirected or some kind of a beautiful one-timer, because he's seeing everything. Playing aggressively. Jackson loses the handle there. 2-on-1 brewing, but Cronin is back in a hurry. There's a shot, but we had a whistle. I believe that they were offsides. Unless there's a penalty I didn't see. No, looks like just offsides on Lincoln. Woo! Kellen Hardy standing tall between the pipes. Siegel, Budson, and Cronin out there. So the line's getting shuffled up a lot here because we are down 2 forwards. Austin kind of fumbles that one. And now Budson picks it up. Keenan pushed off the play. No call there. That should have been interference. Jackson goes for the puck but misses it. And Austin can't keep it in. Goes back for it. Collects. Sends it off the boards, but right to a Lincoln player. Come on, boys. Clean it up. There's a shot. Goes wide. Puck comes all the way around to number 4. Now it's behind the net. Lentz on that player. Okanagan got to be careful not to send them back in the box, and there's a goal. So from way downtown, number 4 shot it. Not sure how that found the bottom corner. I think Hardy must have been screened. So after a great start to the second period, killing the rest of a major penalty and then going ahead, now Okanagan finds themselves down a goal. 7:34 left in the second period. Okanagan's got to keep their spirits high. They've played a great game so far. Centering pass. Nobody there for Okanagan. Back comes Lincoln. Player who just scored into the zone. Good stick there. And now it's right in the crease. Got to clear and try check. Nice job there. Sends it up to Cronin, but in his skates, but it finds Vasiliev. Vasiliev in the corner, digging for the puck. He's got Ryer with him. Vasiliev and Ryer, try check waiting. Outlet pass finds its target for Lincoln, and Lincoln out of the zone and into the Okanagan zone. Good defense there by McAmoyle. Sanchez behind the net. Sent right out in front. Vasiliev settles it and then gives it to Ryer. Ryer gets around a player. Ryer sends it into the crease. Trychek taken down. Trychek was taken down by number 10 for Lincoln, and then he went sliding into the post and sent the net off of its moorings. 6:34 left in the second period. 2-1 Lincoln. So after no scoring in the first period, we've had 3 goals so far in this one. Butson's going to take it. Butson, Green, McGovern. Austin sends it down to McGovern. McGovern tried to center it, fanned on it. Now does try to center it, but then blocked. Puts a huge shoulder into a player. Dropped for Austin. Austin puts it on net. Goes high and wide. McGovern, first one there for Okanagan, comes out to House. House puts it on net. Tipped in front by Keenan Butson, but doesn't find the net. And then Green. Green pushed off the puck. And back comes Lincoln. They got a 3-on-2 brewing here. Sent up, and oh, that one didn't miss by much. Okanagan fortunate to still be down just by 1 goal on that one. Odd man rush opportunity there for Lincoln. Good stick by Austin. Austin in the corner, battling number 7. Sent into the middle of the ice and then held in. Hardy watches that one go wide into the corner. House is there. Austin with it. Austin off the glass, gets out of the zone. Green, if he hurries, and he does, Green with it, dances around a player. And now picked up by Butson, or Green. Shoots it, good shot by Green. Now we've got a penalty. So Keenan Butson was, no, that was someone for Okanagan is on the ice. 2 players are on the ice. That was McGovern. McGovern taken down. And I believe somebody, yes, number 47 for Lincoln is going off the ice. Took McGovern down. Not sure if it's tripping or interference. Cross check. So number 47 for Lincoln sits down. 2 minutes cross checking. Keenan Butson stays on the ice. He's going to take the face off here. He's got Cronin, Ryer, Vasiliev, and Trychek with him. Vasiliev with it. Patience, boys. Patience. Control. Nice job so far. Trychek gets it over to Ryer, but not in his wheelhouse. Then Ryer shoots it. Good save there by the Lincoln goalie. Let's go, guys. Pass from Vasiliev. Tried to go over to Ryer, and it didn't get through. And cleared by Lincoln. Set it up. 1:35 left in the man advantage. Drop for Vasiliev, goes over to Ryer. Ryer down the near side. Ryer stick handling along the blue line. Looking for options. Take up the ice they're giving you. There we go, over to Cronin. Cronin across the ice to Vasiliev. Save. Over to Ryer, shot. Another save. So good shots, but also good goaltending by Lincoln. 4:18 left in the second period. Okanagan down 2-1. A goal here would be amazing. 1:13 left in the man advantage for Okanagan. Same players stay out there for our boys. Butson's going to take this face off. Won by Okanagan. Trychek with it. Trychek shoots it right into the midsection, though, of the Lincoln goalie. Easy save for him. I love it when defensemen on the power play get the puck way out at the point and they just take up some real estate or make a move around a player to get closer to the goal and make it a higher percentage shot. Sometimes we do that, sometimes we don't. Over to Vasiliev. Vasiliev with it, gets it over to Butson. Butson over to Trychek. Trychek shoots! Blocker save by the Lincoln goalie. Cronin with it. Cronin stick held, no call. And then they send it all the way down. So plenty of time here in the power play. Trychek sends it all the way up to Butson. Leaves it for Ryer. Here comes Ryer. Ryer right out in front to Butson. Then the shot in the goal! Oh! Conroy with it. Butson got it up to Conroy and he shoots and scores. Wow! Oh, what a game. 3:40 left in the second period, and Okanagan has evened it up at 2 apiece. Woo! Great job by our power play units to keep the sustained pressure. Lincoln had a couple clears on that power play, but we quickly brought it back into the zone with some great efforts by number 10, Ryer, our captain. Now we're all knotted up at 2. Puck is dropped. That one's going to be icing. So goals for Conroy. That's a power play goal, and a goal for Butson earlier in the period. Puck is dropped. Draw one by Lincoln, and then the puck went right into the blue paint. And big number 70 for Lincoln, their goalie, covers it up. 3:24 to go. Second period, all tied up at 2 apiece. Lincoln looking to get out of the zone, and they do. House on defense, good job there. Keeps that player from making that turn. Conroy behind the net. Conroy with our tying goal just a minute ago. McElmoyle sends it around towards House. House goes up to Dormus. Dormus clears out to mid-ice. And then the dump went up into the netting for the whistle. Face-off should come out of the zone. Green butts in McGovern out there. You got to wonder what mixing up of the lines, since we're 2 forwards down, does to the chemistry of these lines. Good outlet pass up to Keenan Butson, dances around a player. Butson and Green puts a shoulder into a player. Green's got to watch out, hit from behind several times, and we're going to get a penalty here. Who's going off? Is it us? Oh boy. Come on. Green went high on a player, and he's going to get pulled off the ice. Jeez, so unnecessary. More to say on that, but I'm not gonna go there. They make their own choices and deal with the consequences. So Green sits down. 2 minutes. So we're gonna spend most of the rest of this period on the PK. So that's a total of 5, 2, 2, and 2. So 11 minutes of power play we've given this Lincoln team. There's an easy goal. Okay, well, Green had about 10 seconds in the box to think about that penalty, and then they score, and he sits down, and he's got his head down and slams his stick down and feeling some emotions. Lincoln now up 3-2. That hits the lineman, that entry, and it's going to come outside. They're going to put it at mid-ice, I believe. Lineman looks all right. Like he got hit pretty hard with that shot. That one goes up into the Okanagan bench. Ryer's going to take the face-off. controlled by Lincoln. Shot from outside the blue line, easily gloved by Hardy. So it seemed like Okanagan had all the momentum, killing that power play and then tying the game on their own power play. Now we give Lincoln a power play that wasn't a mistake, something that we can control, and they score right away on it. A lot of game to play though. Vasiliev down low. Here's Ryer. Ryer shoots it. Kick save. Try check. Digs the rebound out. Pushed up against the boards. And now Ryer. Hard check on try check there. Check on try check. Now a battle in the corner. There's going to be another penalty. And it's going to be on Lincoln. Looks like number 10. So Lincoln committing some of their own penalties. That's going to be 2 minutes for a cross check. Okay, we'll take it. Unfortunately, this penalty is going to span the second and into the second, beginning of the third, because there's only 90 seconds left. So we'll have 90 seconds of power play here if we don't score. And then another 30 seconds. Try check jumps over his stick. Looked like an easy pass right to him. And then he can't get it out. And then a player jumps over. And then right into the slot. Oh boy. Carelessness with the puck. Come on, come on, come on. Oh boy. Try check on a player. Frustrated. Try check arguing his case. Not sure what's going to happen here, if there's any penalties going to be given out. He's staying on the ice. There is no hand raised by the referee. Try check and the referee and one of the linesmen are having a discussion in front of Hardy. No idea what they're saying. Lincoln parents are shouting their opinions about what should happen. Throw him out. Gone is what I've heard so far. Trycheck is going to skate away. I believe there's no penalties handed out here. Choice words coming from the Lincoln parents next to me. They're shouting, "Referee, you suck," kind of like they do at Ball Arena for the Avalanche. Haven't heard that from a parent crowd before. There is a sign as you walk in the rink that says this is just a game and it's their game, not ours. So maybe some of the Lincoln parents will read that sign as they go off for the intermission. Probably not though. All right, battle in the corner. So this is a power play for us. And Trycheck shoots it, save by the Lincoln goalie. 1:02 left in the period and 1:33 left on our power play. I do think Trycheck is fortunate not to get a penalty there. But I didn't see the whole thing. I was kind of looking away, and then I saw Trycheck on top of that player, kind of pushing him to the ice as he was down on his back. That's all I saw. All right. Ryer's going to take the face-off here. He's got Butson with him, Cronin, Vasiliev, and Trycheck. Ryer. Goal here would be amazing. I think I said the same thing before we needed a power play goal when we were down 2-1. So I'm going to say the same thing here. I'm a little superstitious. Zoom in a little bit. There you go. That big hunkin' thing on the top left-hand corner of the screen is Luke Cronin's huddle camera. Luke and I are always elbowing each other for space up here when we're trying to view a game, get our equipment set up. That draw is won by Lincoln. Put all the way down to Hardy. Trycheck with it. Try check. Sends it over to Ryer. Ryer right back to Vasiliev. Vasiliev into the zone, goes around a player. That's how you get in the zone. Textbook. And now we set up. Beautiful. Ryer doesn't get all of that. He one-timed it. Fortunately, his twig didn't break. And back comes Lincoln. Gets around, try check. Oh boy, we need better defense there. But he didn't commit the penalty. There we go. And now Butson with it. If we hurry. And we can't get another shot off. That's the end of the first period. Second period, I should say. Well, all right. So we're going to make the ice here. Get a clean sheet to start off the third period. And it's now 3-2, Lincoln. And when we start the third period, we're going to have a 30-second power play. All right, so we'll take a break. See everybody for the third period in just a few minutes. Okay, here we go for the third and final period of this 3-game homestand. Okanagan against this team from Lincoln, Nebraska. They won the first 2 games, and we are desperately trying to take the third, but we are down by a goal with only 20 minutes to play. We're starting the third period on the power play, but it's just the remainder of one that started in the second period, and we have 30 seconds left. So let's see what we can do with it. We are underway. Try check. Gives it back to Vasiliev. Vasiliev to Ryer. Ryer. Trouble getting around a player, but finally does. Then sent into the boards hard, and then hit with the puck. Boy, double whammy there for that young man. And then Butson's stick flies out of his hands. So that's going to do it for the power play. Trychek leaves the puck behind him. We got to clean things up if we want to get back into this game. Oh no, we give the puck right away. Oh boy, come on guys. So we're back to even strength here. Hardy stops it for Trychek, shovels it over towards Ryer. Ryer shovels it up towards Butson. Butson 2-on-2. He's got Vasiliev with him. Leaves it for Vasiliev. Puts it on net, but goes wide. And now Butson backhands it up towards Lentz, activating. Lentz pushed off the puck. There's going to be a penalty there. That's going to be on them. No? Yep. Okay, so Lentz with a good play. Are they both going? So Lentz and number 91 are going to the box. Okay. Coincidental minors to start the third period here. Before we forget, I want to thank my wife for doing the camera work. Thank you, Kim. Running the camera and trying to do the commentary for the game is not fun to do. And so I really appreciate that someone else does the camera so I can focus on the game. All right, so Okanagan needs a tying goal here. Conroy gets away from him and given right away to number 4. He scored the go-ahead goal for Lincoln. Sorry, number 44. So we need a clean, aggressive period here from our boys in order to tie this game into the zone. Here's Conroy. Conroy, nice job of stick handling. Held in by Sanchez momentarily, and then Conroy with it. Tried to go deep. Goes off a Lincoln player, and then Lincoln clears. Austin sends it down with his hand right to his stick and then puts it on goal. Okanagan's going to get a wholesale change here. Back comes Lincoln. Hard check by Charlie Cronin. And that's going to be offsides on Lincoln. Love Charlie Cronin's play. So hard-working, soft-spoken young man, but he never gives up. Brings the scoring game, obviously. Probably leads our team in points, scoring 4 goals in one game recently. And he brings the physical game as well. He's such a good teammate. Charlie Cronin. All right. Taken away by Sanchez behind the net. But now goes to Lincoln. Sanchez banks it off the boards towards Cronin. Cronin collects. Cronin finds Siegel down the far side into the zone. Jackson Siegel stopping. Tried to put it on net, but it got knocked down by a Lincoln player. Love that idea. Flipped by Lincoln behind the goal. McAmoyle shovels it over towards Jackson. He falls down. Gets tangled up with a Lincoln player. He's got to get back on his feet. He does. That one tipped high and wide. McAmoyle banks it off the boards up towards Jackson. That gets out of the zone. Here we're going to have a 2-on-none. If we can hurry, Charlie Cronin with it. Charlie shoots it. And No, go boy, 2 on none. Charlie looked like he tried to go 5-hole on a save. He had Jackson on the wing. Oh, that was a great opportunity. I know they'd rather, they'd love to have that one back for a second try. The linesman kneels down and grabs the puck out from inside the goal, so it went in somehow, but they say no goal. 16:35 left in the third period. McGovern gives it right to Conroy, who immediately shoots, but it went wide. Held in by Conroy. He's got McGovern with him and Green. Sent up towards Sanchez. Shoot it, my friend. He does, but that was wide. Not sure if that was a shot or a pass. Went way wide. Held in by Austin. Austin with it. Austin to Sanchez, and it comes out of the zone, and they don't call it. Okay, they do. Oh, Lincoln almost had a breakaway there. Oh my gosh, my heart stopped for a minute. Lincoln taps it in. Hardy stops it, gives it to Austin, up to Green. Green sends it up to Conroy, out of his reach. Green's going to be the first one there. Wraps it around all the way down. Given by the Lincoln goalie to his defenseman, and here comes Lincoln back up the near side. Flipped in deep, high off the glass. McAmoyle doing battle in the corner. Ryer gets his legs clipped out from under him, and then it comes up to Trychek, out of his reach, all the way down. That's going to be icing. Ugh. Boy, hockey sometimes is just a game of inches. That one just out of Trychek's reach. 15-13 left in the third period. Okanagan desperately needs a tying goal here. Ryer's going to take the face-off. Won by Okanagan. House with it. House wraps it around the boards all the way down for an icing. Okay. You like to see players stop and think there. We had time, and we just iced it. Patience is so key. Something that many, young 17, 18-year-olds lack, being the young men that they are. Here comes Vasiliev, gets around to player, shoots, and is held up, and that's going to be a penalty on Lincoln. Vasiliev drawing what maybe his fourth penalty of the last 3 games. Love that young man. Okay, so we have an opportunity here, another one, to tie this up. Power play unit is Butson, Ryer, Cronin, Vasiliev, and Trychek. So we're going with no defenseman here. Trychek, have a shot. Shoot it. Active stick by Lincoln. That pass cross ice from Ryer was meant for Cronin, but intercepted. Goes into the netting. Good idea. All right, key here. Put it on net. Let's get a dirty goal. Wrapped all the way around. Trychek can't hold it in. All right, we need a sense of urgency, and we need patience at the same time. Here comes Ryer into the zone, stick handling over to Trychek. Cronin with it, Cronin shoots. Blocked. Gets it over to Vasiliev. Vasiliev. Oh boy, come on. Almost half the power play is gone. Charlie Cronin into the zone. Vasiliev picks it up. Held there. Cronin, here's a breakaway. Shot. Good save by Hardy to keep us in it. A shorty here would be a backbreaker, and Kellen Hardy says no. So 1:03 left in the power play, but the face-off is deep in our zone. Sleaze is going to take it. Controlled by House. House takes up real estate. Some room to skate. Gets it up towards Sleaze. He puts it right on net. Oh, they almost fooled the goalie. And cleared again. So Okanagan just having trouble setting up. And then when we do get set up, it seems like we're reluctant to shoot it. But we got some time here. Here comes House. Drops her for Dormus. Dormus goes over to Sleaze. Sleaze drops her for Conroy. Sends it into the zone. McGovern. And that one's flipped up and out. Oh. All right, so 20 seconds left. One more run up the ice. McGovern stops at the blue line. Here comes Dormus. Dormus into the zone, drops it for Conroy. Put it on net, please, boys, please. Dormus over to House. Oh, jeez. Right under House's stick, and he seems to be limping. I'm not sure Nathan House is 100% right now. He is skating with a limp, that's for sure. So the power play is now over. Oh boy. Dormus behind the net. Conroy. Conroy with our second goal. Keenan with the first. Keenan Butson, that is. Back comes. Oh, and there's a pass right out in front. Unfortunately, the Lincoln player sent it wide. Puck bouncing around in the slot. There's a shot. Good kick save. Hardy. Nice save with the pad. Just stuck that leg out there. Just got a piece of it. There's a shot. Is it in? Is it in? Oh my gosh. Sleaze thought that he scored. The net came off the mooring, but it came off because two players from Lincoln crashed into the net. And if it goes into the net, even if it's off, if it was knocked down by the defending team, it should be a goal, but the referee says no. So Okanagan coming about as close as you can get right there to tying this game. 12 minutes and 4 seconds left, so we've got a lot of time here. Our boys just need to settle down, play their game, be smart. Keenan's going to take this face off. Green and Jackson Siegel with him. Comes up to Lentz. Lentz shovels it back down, but then sent right back out of the zone by Lincoln. And now Sanchez. Sanchez goes into the corner. Dug out by Lentz. And now Butson comes out to the point. There's a shot. Tipped wide. Green is there. Now Butson with it. Jackson Siegel calling for the puck. Keenan gets it up towards Green. Gets right through Green. That's going to be icing. Lincoln wins the face-off. Vasiliev. Oh, Vasiliev puck got behind him and he would have been alone with the goalie. Hardy gets it up to McAmoyle. Vasiliev controls it. Vasiliev thought about dancing around a player. Left the puck behind him though. And now McAmoyle fans on that clear attempt, but Austin's there. And Lincoln a fan of their own. That one goes wide. Good check by Tricek. McAmoyle, good defense. Comes into the slot. That one goes up and into the netting. 10:49 to go in the third period. OHC needs a goal. Nathan House comes back out. Surprised he's on the ice. At least after his last shift, he looked like he was really favoring. I'm not sure which ankle it was. He's moving pretty well. Just wrapped that around to Tricek. Then Lincoln sends it down low. Sorry for the sudden hiccups. House sends it up towards Ryer, but too far in front of him. And Lincoln sends it back into the zone. Tri-check brings it out. Here comes Ryer, 2-on-1 if we hurry. Here comes Ryer, sends it over to Vasiliev, shoots it! Right into the midsection of the goalie though. Good opportunity. And now Lincoln. Tri-check puts the shoulder into that player, and then Sanchez sends it down low, bouncing puck right to the goalie, and he plays shortstop and scoops it up for the penalty, for the whistle. .08 to go in the third period. OHC still down by a goal. This game is reminiscent of the first one that was so close. That one going to overtime and then a shootout. Good pinch by McAmoyle. Lentz collects, backhands it up towards Jackson. Now back to Lentz. Lentz hits Jackson, gets through him though, no icing. Kicked by Lentz. Stays in, butts in. Jackson digging for it. Wrapped all the way around, and McAmoyle is there. McAmoyle has to retreat. And Lincoln, they shoot it. Goes off the side of the net. And Lincoln controlling. There's a shot. Another shot. High. That one squirts all the way out of the zone. Jackson Siegel on his horse. Wrapped all the way around the boards. Butson is there. Austin. Pushed down to the ice. Now it comes to Jackson Siegel. Jackson with it. Tries to dance around a player. Sent down. There's going to be a penalty. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. Yes! So Jackson aggressively attempting to pass it to himself and jump around a player caused number 22 to interfere with him. Brought him down to the ice. Jackson Siegel and Vasiliev both drawing penalties, many of them, in these 3 games with Lincoln. All right, so here, another opportunity. We've had a few of them. Now's our opportunity to tie this game. Face-off won by Lincoln, though. Sent all the way down, held in by Tri-check. Tries to go over to Vasiliev. And it gets out of the zone. Vasiliev. All right, let's be patient, guys. Here comes Vasiliev. Pushed up against the boards. Sent all the way down. Okanagan trying to get set up. Long outlet pass to Cronin. That's not what we want to do. Gotta be patient, play our game. There's a shot, hit iron. So, short-handed opportunity for Lincoln. Okanagan fortunate there. Okay, Keenan Butson brings it into the zone, but then pushed off the puck, and another clear. Ryer knocks that one down, caught it midair, a hard shot that he caught, and then dances around the player. Ryer doing it all himself. Ryer with it, put right through the crease to Charlie Cronin. Not sure he saw that, and then sent back to Ryer. Ryer with it. Okay, patience, boys, patience. There's a shot. Save. Vasiliev with it. Vasiliev. Oh, come on, come on. Tri-check with it. Put it on net, please. Aye. Aye. Oh my gosh, I'm getting frustrated now. All right, so 35 seconds with the man advantage. Here comes Charlie Cronin, tries to center it. The Lincoln player got a piece of that and then kicked in by McGovern. He was taken down. Dormus with it. Dormus gets it over to McGovern. Shoot it, my man. Oh, barely got a piece of that, McGovern. Nice shot, and the Lincoln goalie got a piece of his glove on that and sent it wide. So 10 seconds left. Let's get it and hurry here. One more rush down the ice before that player comes out of the box. Here comes Conroy. Conroy with it. Tries to kick it. He's got no help. Dormus backs it towards Conroy. Shot! Saved by the Lincoln goalie. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Sends it back to Conroy. Conroy shot! Glove down. So the Lincoln goalie playing well. good pressure from Okanagan to test him. And after that power play, nothing to show for it. 6:35, time is ticking away. Okanagan needs a goal here to tie it up. Out comes Sleaze, Green, and Siegel. Sanchez and McAmoyle on the back end. Green, it's behind him. He doesn't see it. Now he does. Gets by Jackson. And then a huge hit by Sleaze. Incredibly clean. Sleaze with it. Sleaze shoots. Rebound. Puck was loose right in the crease. So Peyton Sleesman, wow, huge, huge hit. Now Jackson with it. Jackson reverses. Sleaze sent down to the ice. There's going to be a penalty. A retaliatory shot there from the assistant captain of Lincoln. Glaring. His name is number 2. His number is 2. I'm not sure what his name is. But Sleaze with a huge and very clean hit. And then the retaliation gives us another opportunity here. Boys just need to settle and take advantage of this. Be patient. 6:05 left. Cross your fingers, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Keenan Butson's going to take the face-off, wins it to Trychek. Trychek fishes it out. Goes cross ice to Vasiliev. Shoot it, please. All right, here we go. Shot. There's a shot. Comes wide. And the rebound. Goal! Keenan Butson puts it in the back of the net on the rebound. Yes! Woo! Wow. So we only needed 14 seconds of the power play to tie it up. Just what the doctor ordered. Keenan Butson with his second goal of this game puts home a rebound. Okay, this is going to be a crazy finish to this game. .550 left, and it's all tied up at 3. Beautiful power play goal there by Keenan Butson. The shot was by Trychek. Check there against the boards on that Lincoln player by Ryer, and then hard hit there by Lentz. This game is getting extremely physical. Just keep it clean is all I say. Love the physicality. Hardy stops it behind his own net. Austin is there. Lincoln getting a change. Outlet pass finds Trychek. Trychek flings it high in the air, about as high as you can go without hitting the ceiling. And taken by Lincoln. Lincoln into the zone. Here's the captain, shoots it. Oh, boy, that made my heart stop because that was a good opportunity there for Lincoln. Bit of a defensive breakdown for Okanagan. 5 minutes left in this game. Regulation at least. Tipped all the way in. Sanchez retreats for it. Backhands it towards House. Nathan House gets it over to Butson. Butson, fresh off a goal. Here comes Cronin. Cronin tries to get it over to Jackson Siegel. Sanchez dumps it down low. Butson is there. Flipped out by Lincoln. House gains the red line and sends it in. Wrapped all the way around the boards, but nobody there for Okanagan. Jackson Siegel can't hold it in. And back comes Lincoln. They're getting a 2-on-1 here. Oh, just goes wide. Through the crease there with that shot. That was scary. 4 minutes left now. Battle on the near boards. That one never got through, and then a nice defensive play there by Jackson Siegel to chop that stick. Gets it over towards Cronin. Jackson taken down. Gets back on his feet, goes into the corner. Jackson pushes the player up against the boards, and he's got Cronin with him. Cronin sends it over to Conroy. Jumped over his stick, held in nicely by McAmoyle. Conroy with it. Gets to Jackson Siegel. Jackson shoots, and then pushed into the goalie. Jackson is laying on top of the goalie, pushed in by the goalie's teammate. They're just lying inside the goal. Not sure if there's going to be a penalty here. If anything, a cross check on Jackson. Nothing. Okay. Siegel and Cronin skate off. We're going to have Sleaze, Conroy, Dormus, Lentz, and McAmoyle out there. 3:32 to go in regulation. Let's go, boys. Draw controlled by Lincoln. High off the glass. McAmoyle jumps in the air. Gloves that down to himself. And then Lincoln sends it down low. Battle in the near corner. McAmoyle and Dormus fishing for the puck. As is Conroy. Slew of players trying to get control of the puck, and finally somebody from Lincoln does. Out to the point. Here's a shot. Blocked by Sleaze. Comes around to the corner. McAmoyle's stick held. No call. Here comes Sleaze. Sleaze gets it over to Dormus. Dormus by himself shoots. Oh, kick save. We have a whistle here. McAmoyle was tied up with number 10 from Lincoln behind the play, and that's why the whistle blew. I was looking the other direction. Not sure what's going to happen here. Somebody going off? I think both players are going off. Okay, coincidental like that. The referee's controlling the game, sending both players off for that. So 2:45 left. This one tied up at 3 apiece, reminiscent of that first game. We've got House, Austin, Vasiliev, Ryer, and Tricek for Okanagan. Face off won by Lincoln, and then Tricek sends a player down to the ice hard. Lincoln's going to be the first team there. They're hustling. We're not. Come on. Come on. Oh, my gosh. We are just standing there watching. And now Lincoln. Jackson goes down to try to block that shot. Doesn't get it. Finally comes out of the zone. Lincoln sends it into the corner. They're going to get a change, or at least a partial change here. Sent up towards House, gets it over to Vasiliev. Vasiliev retreats. Come on, boys, play smart, play smart. Just under 2 minutes to play. That one sent hard into Vasiliev by House. Still not sure Nathan House is 100% here. Sweeps it into the corner. Good defense there. Sanchez, and now Sleaze is going to collect. Sleaze has got Jackson down the far side. Sleaze decides to take it himself. Gets around to player. Sleaze all by himself. Sleaze shoots it. Puck on the doorstep. Almost goes in. Oh boy. And then in desperation, Lincoln clears it. Sleaze slams his stick to the ice, knowing that was a golden opportunity for Peyton Sleesman. Wow. My heart is beating fast. Is there a defibrillator in this facility? Sanchez with it. Sanchez sends it, tries to send it down low, but puts it up into the netting. Don't think he meant to do that. So we've got Butson, Sleaze, Cronin, Austin, and Lentz on the ice. Keenan Butson with 2 goals. 2 of the 3 goals. Conroy with the 3rd. Butson's going to take this face off. Does. Gets it back to Austin. Austin sends it down low, but nobody there. Lentz actually is going to be the first one. Sends it down low. Here's Butson. Stops. Keenan Butson pinned up against the boards. He's got Cronin there to help him. Butson gets out with it. Sends it off the boards to Austin. Austin sends it down low again. Sleaze is there. Sleaze skates past the puck. And now held in. And now Charlie Cronin with it. Charlie Cronin Charlie Cronin. Cronin dancing. Cronin still with it. Puts it right through the crease, but nobody there for Okanagan. Now Austin sends it down low. Sleaze, Cronin, and Butson doing a great job. And then Sleaze sent down to the ice hard from behind. He is very slow to get up. Sleaze is finally on his skates. And heads right to the bench and checked a player hard against the boards after he got there, but clean. There's going to be a penalty. Nathan House is going to take a penalty here. Player was getting around him and he tripped him. So 12 seconds left and we take a penalty. And of course, a penalty in regulation carries over into overtime. Definitely not what we needed. Oh boy. So 12 seconds left. We're going to spend it shorthanded. And hopefully they won't score and this will go into overtime. And we'll go into overtime down on the PK. Lentz just decides to eat the puck on the boards there, wasting time. He's got Ryer with him. 3 seconds, 2, 1, and there's the buzzer to end the third period. All right, so after regulation, we are all tied up at 3 apiece. But Okanagan with a hill to climb to start overtime, being down for a healthy 1 minute and 48 seconds. It's going to be 4-on-3 for that time period. So we'll put the clock at 5. We don't have a way to go to OT on our scoreboard, so it's going to say 4. Fourth period. Right? Just like a basketball game. That would be a quarter, I guess. Fourth quarter. Thank you, Kim. Nice shot. Get even closer. So Coach House letting his assistant coach give the last couple instructions to his boys. So our PK unit is going to be Butson, Lentz, and McAmoyle. Very capable trio there, that's for sure. Lentz and McAmoyle skate by Hardy and give him a fist pump, wishing him good luck in this overtime period. Okay, so 5 minutes of overtime is going to start here, and the first 1:48 is going to be on the PK for Okanagan. All right, Lincoln controls off the face-off. Their captain's got it. Captain with it, patient. Key here is to keep them to the outside and clean up anything in front. Their captain is with it. He shoots it, bouncing around in front. They're looking for a goal. And the referee says no. That was bouncing around right on the doorstep. The referee says no. Okay. 4:32, 1:21 left in the power play. Okanagan needs a clear. Won again by Lincoln. We cannot win a face-off to save our lives here. There's a shot, saved by Hardy. Covers up for the face-off. Fortunately, only a couple seconds ticked off the clock there. 1:11 left in the power play. Keenan Butson taking this face-off. Let's win one. Well, I thought maybe we won one, but McAmoyle was tied up. McAmoyle's got to get back on his skates. He's down on the ice. He and that player were just on the ice. So Lincoln controlling, just going back and forth. We're keeping them to the outside, which is good. And they're being a little too choosy, in my opinion, on trying to decide when to shoot it. Okay with me, though. Waste all the time you want passing it back and forth. Lincoln still controlling. With it again. Here's Lincoln with it. There's a shot blocked by Butson. At least the third hard shot I've seen Keenan Butson block in this game. There's another shot, skips wide. Can we clear it? Lentz with it, Lentz controlling. Lentz tries to shoot it, fans on his clear attempt. 13 seconds left in the power play, and that one's wrapped around and out by McElmoyle. Nice job. Butson skates off, Ryer comes out. We're gonna have 2-on-4 here for a minute. And then Ryer's back on the ice. Power play is now over. Ryer collects. Okay, hold on to the puck, boys. So we're skating 4-on-4 here for a minute or two, and Trichek gives it right away. Trichek gets it back though. Come on guys, be smart. Trichek into the corner, sends it right to number 86 for Lincoln. So in overtime, when you have the puck, possession is key, just keep it. And now we're gonna get an offsides. Whew. Wow. All right. Okanagan was playing with fire, giving them a power play at the start of OT, and we have sidestepped potential disaster in OT, and we're right back in it here. So Trichek, Vasiliev, and Ellis Austin now. We're back to 3-on-3 hockey. We were briefly at 4-on-4. And now back to 3-on-3. So OT, of course, is a possession game. So once you gain possession, you just try to keep it. And then you try to get an opportunity. So let's see how this goes. Just over 2 minutes to play in OT. Errant pass by Lincoln. We like that. Trichek, Austin, Vasiliev. Austin back on defense. Good defense there, keeping that player in front of him. Lincoln has had all the offense in OT. They get a fresh skater on the ice, and they're going to get another one. They're going to get 3 fresh. All 3 of ours still stay out there. So fresh skaters on the ice for Lincoln. There's a pass! Oh, and a save by Hardy. Beautiful save right out in front of the goal. Oh, boy. It went high in the air. Hardy did not know where it was. He just stands there dumbfounded, as am I. It landed behind him, and somebody for Lincoln was able to tap it home. So a valiant effort here by Okanagan. Hold your heads high, guys. It was a great game. Wow. What a game. That's the kind of hockey we love. Better if we came out victorious, but that's okay. Hard fought, showed a lot of character, coming back, scoring goals when we needed to, never giving up. I'm proud of our boys. Okay, well, thanks everybody for watching. We appreciate it. Not sure when the next game is going to be, but if it's streamable, it will be streamed. Thanks everybody.